asking a question. Okay, okay, all right. Beautiful lady here. She's shy, but I'm gonna get her anyway. So. We had something going on down here. Right here. Marietta Square, all the beautiful people rolling across here. I'm not sure what's going, but it's Marietta Square.
Her name is Coco. She's a burger.
Coco! Man, she did a beautiful job. Beautiful lady. Wow. Okay. Out of Marietta? You guys from Marietta? Yeah. Springtime, Marietta, Georgia. I'm on the square. And I'm capturing a moment down here on the square. Springtime in Marietta, Georgia. Oh, it's a beautiful place. I'm gonna do some video shoot here in the square using my gotcha, man. Significant for your dress?
Oh, it's just a regular dress.
Oh man, looks nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. Nice runway. Runway here. Where, St. Croix? No? No English. No speak English. Okay. My daughter have a dog like that. Dog like that. My daughter. Beautiful dog. Beautiful square. Look at this beautiful woman on the square. Every day. All that love, all that love, all that love. All that love, all that love. All right. Beautiful people here in the square. Beautiful people. I love it, man. You're all from New York, right? I bet you're from New York. New York, right? You ain't from Georgia, man.
Really?
Atlanta, right?
I'm not from Atlanta, no.
I know you have to be from one of those
Big cities?
big city.
I was born in Miami. I was born in New York.
Same thing, man. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah, okay, man. Stripe. Yeah, you have a nice one-way stripe. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do. You have one. You have one. Sweet Malaysia. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. What? The Bronx? The Queens. Oh, for a queen. Queen for a queen. All right. Queen for a queen. Look at that. What's the interest about most of the people going in there?
Well, most of the people trying to look for, you know,
What's in there?
something
Vinyl records?
that is old, but still having the motion in there, you know. If they having something in there that you will go and buy it.
Oh, so people are attracted to it because it's an antique shop.
Yeah. Even
Okay.
it's old or everything.
Okay, they're attracted to the antique collectible. I got it now. Antique and early collectible. Bought
Yeah.
and sold. I got you now. Okay, man.
Do you love something that they don't sell anymore? Do you?
You find it in there.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
All right, man.
See this dialogue here will be right on my YouTube too, man. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, man. You take it. Okay.
Every time I've been here,
You Atlanta homie? You Atlanta homie? Good, man. I love that. I love that. All right, man. I love that. I love that. Yeah, because New York has a certain look. You know what I mean? New York has a certain look, right? Yeah, New York, and they walk a certain way too. Sisters and brothers I'm talking about. You don't have to open a mouth, you know. Come in here. Something unique about this place. Oh, it's an antique shop. Oh, that's what it is. I see, that's why a lot of people in here. What's fascinating about Marietta Square? I mean, what excites people to come out here?
I think it's, like
Yeah.
small.
You guys must from New York, right? From where? New York, right? No? Candy B? Yeah, was Trujillo. And what he did, he was actually what we call a Haitian mother born, right? And his mother was Spanish. But he hated the idea that he had blackness in him. So he used to paint his face white. You understand? And what he did, he brought in all the Jews, right? And he gave them all the Dominican land. All the Jews that were displaced from Europe, and he gave all of them, gave the Dominican land to them, right? And he didn't give it to his own people. So he made his own people poor because he hated himself. And the devastating attribute in which he did to the society, the effect is what actually happening today. And he tried to create a different type of people there. He tried to make the people who were Afrocentric believe they was not as good as the Spaniard people. You understand the concept? And by him doing that, he created a divided society. And he even got even worse when Haiti invaded Dominican Republic. That even pissed him off worse. And he killed all of those Haitians in the river. I'm a historian. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not telling you, if I'm not saying the truth, tell me I'm lying. I'm bullshit. I got no problem. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how and like I said, most of your nationalists come to the Virgin Islands. You know why? Because my great grandfather, right? He was a George, and most of the people from the Virgin Islands used to migrate to Santo Domingo because they went to look for work. And a lot of them never came back. And they settled in a place called, I've never been there, settled in a place called Macaris.
No, it's similar to what happened with the Jamaicans that were taken down to Panama to build a...
Yeah, to build and a Barbadian. So my grandfather never came back. But lucky for him, right? his father was a wise man. His father acquired acres and acres of land. So he was, all the land that he acquired, we became the inheritance of all the land, even though he didn't come back. He said, yeah. So he actually part of the lineage, but you can't bypass his lineage. So people who came out of his lineage, like he only had 2 daughters in the Virgin Islands, right? Was able to acquire the asset from his great-great-grandfather. Right. And that's unique about it. But a lot of our people is down in Santa Domingo, and they came back to the Virgin Islands, but it came back in a different manner that you don't know who they are.
Well, what happens is...
Explain to me.
What happens is this. I'm just going to give you an example.
Okay.
I'm going to see you in this format. It's us having a home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have that home, and let's give that home that last name Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
And that home is rich in heritage and tradition.
Yeah.
And then someone barges in, kills the father, takes the mother, takes the kids and puts them into their own private education system.
Mm-hmm.
The woman is made to service whoever barged in.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is that those children are now disconnected from their heritage and their understanding of who they really are.
So they don't know who they are.
So when you take that example, when you multiply that by the whole Western Hemisphere, because that's what really happened.
Yeah.
You know, in the 1400s, when Columbus first came here, you had the Aborigines. And then later on down the line, then you started bringing in those that were in Africa over here. The same thing happened to them.
Okay.
So what you have is 2 different classes of people that are both suffering from the same thing.
Okay.
Which is a disconnect from who they really truly are.
So it was intentional.
It's always intentional.
Yeah.
Because the only way that you can successfully enslave a people is by making them believe something that
Believing that they don't know who they are.
and eventually, after enough kids, you don't know who you are.
Right. But you know, it's something unique that I discovered, right? In spite of that, right? Knowledge is king, right? So, in spite of all that denial of education, right? I've read about so many Black Americans, right, who came as slaves, right, and taught themselves to read.
The Nat Turners of the world.
And what they did, they also became famous mathematicians, famous literature, Du Bois, right? And so what happened, the big mistake now, I will tell you, that happened in a what we call a mass intentional society, is that the people now don't tell the people who they are. In other words, in your household, right? You didn't tell I'm not saying you, right? Most of the people then say, well, look here, you know who you are? Your grandfather was a king, of this or that, right? And here's his lineage, right? And it's nothing to be ashamed of, because you know why? Because every ethnicity had a hard time somewhere. You understand? But they grow out of it. But if you don't tell them about who they are, they'll repeat the same entire mistake that they made. And here's the irony behind it.
In everything you said, you did.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why most indigenous get conquered. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Our ancestors had one of the biggest mistakes they made, right? The people who was coming in, and by their sharing, they tell them everything of where everything was. And when you share with a taker, it's the worst thing to happen. I'm gonna put in a simple scenario, right? My grandfather showed me a fishing ground. You know, talking about where all the fishes, I can catch all the fishes. This guy came in and befriended me, right? Oh, I went and I showed him where the fishing ground is that my grandfather showed me, right? Next thing what happened, he now went and get a bigger boat than what I had now, right? And accommodate all the fishes that I was getting, feeding my family with, because I was what? A foolish sharer. The Africans were sharers. They are indigenous Indians, Taino, Carib Indians, they were sharers, right? And because the Native American were sharers, because they were sharers, they got fooled. So the taker want what they have. And they don't realize that's what he had want. So they're thinking by sharing with him, he gonna leave them alone. But he wasn't about sharing. He was about what? Taking and even killing whatever was available. You understand the concept? So that's how our ancestors failed. We were sharers.
I'm gonna leave you with this thought.
Okay, go
We
ahead.
need to figure out what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna leave you with this thought.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it to disagree.
Okay.
I'm saying it because I'm receiving what you said. But we're talking about a time that neither you are there for.
What?
We're talking about a time that neither you or I were there for.
Okay.
But I will say this to what you said. Sharing was a mistake in the sense that had they known that these people were evil and they still shared, then yes, that's a mistake.
Okay.
You know what their intentions are and you still give into it.
Okay.
But when you haven't encountered that with what they brought to you, you can't know the unknowable until it becomes a thing.
Until it becomes manifest itself.
Right, it manifests itself.
Yeah.
I say that to say this. For the people that are in power, it was for them to be in power at the time.
Okay.
But eventually power is going to go back
Right.
where it originally lay, because that's just life.
I'm gonna leave you to this thought. Okay? The first will be last, and the last will be first. The same concept.
Not a concept, it's a reality.
Reality. And that's what the same factor is today, right? And you can't stop it. Let me try to start from you, brother. My name is Leon. What's yours? Gabriel. Gabriel the man. Sister. Who? Oh, Gabriel. Leon from the Virgin Islands. And I'm speaking to a beautiful homeboy and homegirl from Santo Domingo. So it's called Marietta, Georgia. And I'm rolling down through it. I spend my time, my day here, exploring this beautiful place. And now it's time for me to mosey out and see someplace different. But it's nice to come and have candid shot Marietta and the surrounding area. Okay, this is the park. And these are some of the most beautiful places you can shoot at. People on the square. Like I said, I'm rolling through it. I don't know what I'm gonna come up with, but I'm rolling through it. I'm rolling through this place. And I'm now heading home.